everybody out there. My name is Dragnix, and this is Shmup Love Boom. This is a shoot 'em up for $6.99. It's 30% off during its promotional period. It's normally asking for $10. It is a shoot 'em up with destructible clothing. What? On Steam? Oh yeah, it's a modern bullet hell style shoot 'em up with anime influences. Okay, I like shoot 'em ups. I like anime. Seems like a perfect game for me to play. First of all, you're probably wondering what the hell's wrong with the resolution. This is the only resolution option. Even launch options from Unity. Nope. Nope. Oh, by the way, here's your settings. Yep. There's not even a separate sound slider. Okay, it's a small game. I can forgive it there. Sure. Let's get in the gameplay, shall we? Let's go and see. Okay, maybe I'm being a little bit hard on the game. Let me see what the game has to offer. Greetings, pilot. Pilot, we have a grave matter for you to deal with. A raiding party has breached the soul barrier. I really look like a pilot, don't I? I guess it's got a Gundam wing kind of thing when they're not in their suits. You are the only ship in the vicinity. We need you to head to the following coordinates and intercept the raiders. But I'm not combat ready. I don't have a Simbot on board. Yes, due to the incident. Okay, what incident? I would love to know. No, okay, no matter. We have a translocator functioning. Spectral presence. I'm not going to pretend I understood all that, but I thought translocating was risky. You've been gone a long time now. Now shut down your engines. Okay, cool. Excellent. I get to choose which co-pilot, and that will choose which girl is with me during my fight. I could choose the faster or the stronger one. I'm going to choose the faster one for this just because. All right? So she's going to come on board because she's the ship. That's the thing. She's the ship, apparently, or your co-pilot. It's not really sort of told which one she is because you'll notice something that comes about later on. Okay, good. We have our companion. Our companion feels tingly. I'm sort of speechless, but okay. Where did I come from? Oh yeah, he'd been talking about the translocation portion, the Simbot, but what happened to the men? They don't work out. They're too unstable. Oh, okay. Well, we are unstable. We're a little bit unstable. I can understand that. All right. So let's get into the game. Oh boy. Yeah. So let's start off with the modern bullet hell style shoot 'em up. I'm just going to let that sink in for you guys for a second there. Modern bullet hell styled shoot 'em up. Now, what do you think of when you think of modern bullet hells? I mean, I think of games like Ikaruga. I think of games like... Oops, I lost a life there. I think of games like, Roche Fusion. I lost another life there. God damn. Yeah, I don't. What I don't think of is this. First of all, the action's very, 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 very slow. It also doesn't help that the gameplay is controlled with the mouse, not keyboard. No controller support. It does say there's no controller support on the main store page, but I expected keyboard support because just using the mouse is just one of those things that just doesn't work. Now, remember how I talked to you about the destruction of the clothing? Yeah. You can see on the right there she's losing clothing. Now, how your bot, or this, bot is necessarily losing clothing from this, I'm not sure. They don't really explain that. But then again, I haven't really gotten that far because the mouse controls. Yeah. I'm already at 1 life. By the way, those lives don't ever replenish from what I've seen so far. Yep, I'm done. All right, fine. Let's start again. Bad run. Bad run. Sometimes you got to just go right back into it. All right, let's choose the more powerful one, the slower one. Maybe slowness is better. You still feel tingly. Now you've got purple hair. Okay, cool. Whatever. What is going on with your eyes? I mean, I understand anime eyes can be a little bit strange, but they've got like a ruby kind of feel to them. All right, so this one's a little bit slower, but that actually works to its advantage because you can sort of react better, which doesn't make a lot of sense. One of the major problems here with the controls is the fact that, notice how I'm moving my mouse cursor across the screen. Notice how there's a delay in the movement. Yeah, it only moves at a certain speed, and when that speed is reached, then, well, guess what? It's going to keep on continuing at that speed. It's not going to go with your mouse one pixel by one pixel, which is problematic because you don't know necessarily at times how fast you need to react to things. It is very, very silly, to say the least. That's the best way I can put it. Silly. You'll also notice the visuals are not exactly the strongest in this game. They're not strong at all, in fact. They don't stand out. You could actually lose things in the background rather easily. It's not horrible, but it's also not that great either. Now, those powers that I'm picking up, or those items I'm picking up, are my shield power. And so when I get 100 of them, once I get 100 of them, I can actually upgrade with the parts that I've gotten. Oh boy. Here we go. There we go. Alright, so we got through that section, only lost 1 life. That's good, because again, if you lose all your lives at any point, you seem to start over. In a visual novel, where repetition's not exactly the thing that you want to do. You notice how I'm just hitting negatives on this game? You notice how I'm doing that? Yeah, there's a reason for that. Seems our faith in you was not misplaced. Oh, well, thank you. It is time we feel for you to put the past behind you. I don't know what my past is. I don't know what the HDF, a Defense Force. You were one of our best pilots. Okay, that explains some things. And you could be, again, when your Simbot is one of the best. No, period. The fact that you were able to utilize, I think that's supposed to be a Z, her powers tells us all we need to know, which is you are ready to continue. That doesn't actually answer the question, but okay, and we need you to continue. Why now? Why do I have so many questions other than what the hell am I doing here? The Siege of the Soul System, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to keep on clicking through this, guys, because you guys don't want to read this because it's not compelling. I mean, within the first 15 minutes, I'm bored. We have the Quasnar, we have, this isn't... A visual novel style needs to focus on writing well. This is not writing well. This feels like a badly translated into English situation, and sadly that just doesn't work. Alright, come on. Oh, I get to actually use my name. Okay, cool. That's fantastic. I hope you would. I'm glad. So we head off now? Okay. Alright, so... back into the action, and I'm using that word very, 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 very poorly. I'm trying to understand what the developers saw here that made him think that the base price of $10 was justified, especially with Steam nowadays. I mean, remember, Steam is... Before, I could justify it a little bit because somebody... on the promise of it being possibly good, would pay it. But not with Steam refunds anymore. Steam refunds have changed the situation. And lo and behold, are those missiles actually able to do anything against me? Okay, yes it is. Okay. I was just making sure because I kept on getting hit by it. It looks like the cursor is the only thing that can actually get hit. So I guess that makes some sense. Where are the sound effects? Can I go back to this? Okay, this is space. Sound does not actually exist in space, but there are reasons why you keep it in your game even though it doesn't fit the necessarily truth of the situation. The fact of the matter is, sound gives you an indicator that something has happened. Sound indicates that, hey, you hit the target, or hey, you're doing damage to the target, or hey, you're actually doing something that's worthwhile here. But instead, what I'm doing is I'm just firing and hoping this is actually doing damage. I'm hoping I'm hitting things correctly. Now, I activated my shield there. I can't actually activate it while I'm firing, and it uses about, I want to say like 13 power, or I'm not exactly sure how much power it uses. It seems to use a random amount at times. Broken through the defenses. That's cool. Let's press on and attack. Yeah, let's do that. We have a boss fight. We got a multiplier 2.6. I am scoring points despite the fact that the shield's up. Up. All right. Now, you're probably wondering, what's your sub-weaponry? Can you pick up weapons as you go along? Well, that's sort of related to your parts, it seems. And again, I got an extra power-up of that one little dinky missile that you can barely see against the background because they didn't use a very good choice of colors now, did they? You're probably wondering if there's any positives on this game. The arts of the anime chicks are okay, I guess. I mean, that's all I can think of. I mean, honestly, this game is not worth $10. You've probably seen this already, but it's just bad on almost every level. And the fact that you had the sort of audacity to compare it to modern bullet day hell shooters. You know, when Roche Fusion says it's bullet hell, I believe it. It's different. It's not Ikaruga, but it's definitely a bullet hell. When a game like, you know, Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time may be considered a bullet hell in some cases, it's completely different. Something that hadn't been seen before, and yet it's more of a bullet hell than this. It's got the hell part of it, right? The bullet, yeah, there's bullets in it, but it's just hell. Avoid this game. Avoid this game at all costs, for the love of God. And I hate, you know, being so strong on a game that was obviously made, you know, by a single developer and things like that. It's just not worth your time, guys. I'm sorry. This is Dragnix signing out. I hope you get an idea of what Shmup Love Boom is, and I just wasted a bunch of my life playing this, so yeah. Later. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like this content and want to see more of it, you may want to hit that subscribe button on the left-hand side. If you like this video and want to see more of this content, take a look at this video on the left-hand side as well. And if you missed my last video, take a look at the right-hand side. Once again, thanks for watching, and keep on gaming.